And welcome back to the DonBest.com studios. I'm Pat Williams, Brian Blessing, Todd Furman. Sunday night football. Well, times have changed. The Bengals are on national TV. What's going on with this?
We can still rescind that and try and use the flex schedule early in the year. You look at the Steelers and Bengals. You have two trends here. It doesn't bode well for either team. Pittsburgh 0-7 against the number. Their last 7 games away from Heinz Field. The Bengals 3-9-3 against the number. Their last 15 overall. Something's got to give, and the early move was on the Bengals at +2.5.
If the Ravens go a little bit sideways here with all the injuries on their defense, this is a huge football game. This is going to get somebody back in the picture here.
The Bengals, 3-1, sitting pretty. Got to beat the Dolphins. Got to beat the Brownies coming into this game. They suck. Come on.
You know, the number in both of those games, it was amazing. We went to that Miami game. You looked at that, and you did such a double take. It was like, you know, yeah, Cincinnati. And then you're like, no, that number's telling me it's Miami. Then it comes back the next week, and it's even less against the Browns. The odds makers and the betting public have been on this team. They've got them pegged, Todd. They've been fading them at the right time.
Well, you can't stop anybody. It's tough to win games, especially as a favorite. You throw on top into that equation that the Bengals are -7 in the turnover department. That's not the recipe for success if you turn the ball over and you can't get off the field. Now, I know this passing game continues to impress. A.J. Green is making fantasy owners a ton of money with his numbers, and I think he does it again on Sunday. But you can't run the football. You can't shorten games. The only way to do it is to go out there and try and outscore your opponent.
You know I'm telling you, the bookmakers, the sports books are love and life. Pittsburgh, one of the most public teams on an annual basis. 1-4 against the spread. The books are raking it in.
Talk about this Bengals team. Here we go. They're catching 1.5 at home against probably their biggest rival. This is a bigger rivalry than Cleveland. I don't care what the people in Ohio say.
The Bengals have rivals that they're respected in their division at this point. Let's not
Show
go
some
that
respect,
far.
youngster. 46 is the total in this game. Look, guys, when you can't run it, when you turn it over, and when you're chucking it all over the field, this thing screams to the over. Is it just me?
You won't get any arguments from me, especially when you look at what the Steelers have done this year on the road. 31 points at Denver in their opener. They gave up 34 points at Oakland, which I'm not sure anybody in the NFL can do. Then you give up 26 points at Tennessee on Thursday night, including allowing the Titans to throw for almost 270 yards. Kendall Wright had his coming-out party that night. But I have some real reservations about the Steelers' ability to stop the pass. Troy Polamalu with his 4th game of the year. And Ike Taylor, he couldn't cover a wet blanket out there in the defensive backfield.
Okay. Thank you for watching DonBest.com. And we're here to give you pertinent information. This is a game. Here's the problem. It's a Sunday night game. This is a game. Kick your feet up, have a nice cold beer, get a pizza, get some wings. Watch this game. How can you trust either one of these teams? You can't step up to the plate with any element of confidence on either one of these teams. You can't trust them the way they're playing right now. God bless you. If you've got a solid opinion and a way to go in this game, you're a better man than me. I'm watching. Don't trust either one of them.
Strong opinion.
No, a strong opinion is saying nothing. I want no part of it.
It's still strong nonetheless.
Was that prior to Andy Dalton throw it to the other team?
Sometimes, listen, when you're doing this, and you know it, sometimes the best move you ever make is not playing a game.
You're 100% right. When you look at that 11-10, the best bets that you can make are passing the game entirely. If you don't have an angle, there's nothing that says you have to bet every primetime football game.
But the problem is it's a Sunday night game, so everybody's going to run to the windows. And I'll tell you right now what the bet's going to be. It's going to be Pittsburgh on to Chicago. The two most public teams in the world. They're going to be parlaying Pittsburgh and Chicago, right?
Yeah,
I like that, Cole Nelson.
I think that's what you're going to see.
You're on a roll. Brian Blessing, Todd Furman, I'm Pat Williams. Good luck on your selection, Sunday Night Football. I personally will make a small play on the over in this game.
Look at now. The boys like the over. Go get them.